Life is an ongoing battle. Occasionally, circumstances are favorable, while other times they are not as much. However, it is certain that your ability to make the most of life largely depends on your response to difficult situations. You can choose to become upset, panic, allow it to shatter you, or you can remain unaffected and undisturbed. The greater your capacity to remain unfazed by the challenges life throws at you, the more you will gain from it. Therefore, let's explore how you can employ Stoic indifference to become invincible to the adversities of life. The Stoics had a system of evaluating values that consisted of 3 categories. 1. Virtue. 2. Vice. 3. Indifferent. Virtue and vice are quite straightforward. They are determined by your own thoughts and actions. On the contrary, everything that is beyond your control is considered indifferent. Every occurrence in life is neither inherently good nor inherently bad. It is your personal judgment of the event that determines its goodness or badness. One common example often used to challenge the idea of Stoic indifference is cancer. Is cancer truly a bad thing? Not necessarily. Consider this scenario. 2 individuals both experience cancer and manage to survive after undergoing several months of treatment. Once they have both recovered, one of them expresses, "Having cancer was the worst experience of my life. The chemotherapy was excruciating, and I feel incredibly unlucky to have gone through it." On the other hand, the second person states, "Cancer was the best thing that ever happened to me. It served as a wake-up call to stop fixating on trivial matters and instead focus on what truly matters. Although the chemotherapy was painful, it has made me stronger and given me a newfound appreciation for my well-being. I consider myself fortunate to have experienced cancer." Are either of the 2 examples above unrealistic? Absolutely not. So why is it that one person can perceive the same event as negative, while another sees it as positive? The only logical explanation is that the event itself holds no inherent value. It is completely neutral. Whether it is deemed good or bad is entirely subjective. Let's imagine that in both cases, instead of the events mentioned, both individuals passed away due to cancer. Now the question arises, is death inherently negative? Once again, the answer is not objective. The general consensus is that death is negative because it signifies the end of existence. However, those who have deeply contemplated death will understand that it is what gives life its purpose. Without the inevitability of death, there would be no motivation to accomplish anything, as there would always be a tomorrow. Therefore, is cancer inherently negative? Only if you choose to perceive it that way. The same principle applies to all aspects of life. Indifference versus not caring. Indifference and not caring are 2 different things. Indifference means accepting whatever happens and finding the good in it, while not caring implies a lack of concern or interest. We may try our best to influence the outcome of events, but ultimately we cannot control them. It is important to understand that we are not in control of everything. The Stoics recognize the concept of preferred indifferent. They believe that things like health, wealth, and beauty are preferred, while death, disease, suffering, and poverty are not. However, even when faced with something that is not preferred, a true Stoic remains unaffected. To bear trials with a calm mind robs misfortune of its strength and burden. Seneca. An excellent illustration of this can be seen in the tale of how Stoicism originated. Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism, had a remarkable journey. He was once a prosperous merchant dealing in dyes. However, tragedy struck when his ship sank, causing him to lose all his valuable royal purple dye and his entire fortune. Left destitute and without any money in a foreign city, Zeno found himself as a homeless individual. Seeking solace, he stumbled upon a bookstore where he came across Xenophon's Memorabilia, a book centered around Socratic philosophy. This discovery ignited his interest in philosophy and ultimately led him to develop the philosophy of Stoicism. I made a prosperous voyage when I suffered shipwreck. Zeno. Zeno did not intentionally desire a shipwreck to occur, and lose all of his fortunes. Absolutely not. But Zeno managed to make the best of the situation. This is exactly what preferred and dispreferred indifferent means. You may have a preference for the arrow to hit the target, but once you release it, you have no control over its outcome. If it hits, wonderful. If it misses, that's all right as well. The only thing that truly counts is what you do before releasing the arrow, and how you respond after it lands. Applying the concept of Stoic indifference to your life can be challenging, even if you understand it. To assist you in practicing Stoic indifference, here are a few strategies you can employ. Step 1. Erasing the canvas. As human beings, we have a natural inclination to express dissatisfaction. However, this act of complaining actually alters our thought process. Many of us have a tendency to complain about anything we dislike, and as a result, we automatically view things in a negative light before even considering indifference. This may not seem like a significant issue, since everyone does it, but any expert in linguistics or neuroscience would inform you that using negative language leads to negative thinking, ultimately making you a more negative person. So, if you desire to embrace Stoic indifference, the first step is to cease complaining. Furthermore, the language you use in general also influences your thought patterns. Therefore, another way to cultivate indifference towards external events is by employing objective language. For instance, instead of saying, "That son of a bitch gave me the wrong coffee," you can say, "This is not the coffee I ordered. It is likely an honest mistake." Getting upset over it benefits no one. Once you utilize objective language to describe a situation, it becomes easier to adopt indifference towards it. This principle applies to both major and minor issues, even during times of crisis. Step 2. Painting the blank canvas. Once you reach a point of indifference towards something, the next step is to view it in a positive light. In most cases, it is possible to find a silver lining. For instance, if you had plans to go out and it starts raining, you can see it as an opportunity to catch up on your reading or dedicate more time to honing a new skill. However, there are times when it becomes challenging to put a positive spin on things. Imagine you are already outside, and suddenly it starts pouring. At the very least, you can be grateful for the chance to practice indifference. By doing so, you can transform the fact that you are cold and drenched into something positive. Moreover, if we use rain as a metaphor for life's adversities, the more we endure it, the more we become accustomed to it. The next time it rains, we will remain unfazed. Voluntarily subjecting ourselves to discomfort can also aid in this process. Hence, anything that is conventionally deemed bad presents an opportunity for gratitude and virtue. It all comes down to having the right perspective. So the next time something bad happens, don't perceive it as negative. Utilize the power of Stoic indifference to turn it into something good. You will remain unaffected by events that cause panic in most people, and you might even find reasons to be grateful for them. Remember, it is not the event itself that upsets you, but rather your judgment of the event. In conclusion, Stoic indifference offers a powerful mindset to navigate life's challenges. Remember, events are neutral. It's our judgment that colors them. Embrace Stoic indifference by erasing negativity, using objective language, and finding the positive in every situation. This mindset fosters resilience and gratitude, making you unfazed by life's storms. If you found this helpful, comment below, hit like and subscribe for more Stoic insights. Let's build a community embracing the power of Stoicism. Thanks for watching.